Hi everybody, how you doing today? Hope you're all good. So we're back in to Fit and 30 with Fee, that's me. And today the class is going to be about strength, all right? So why do we need strength? We need strength for lots of reasons. When we're strong, it's really healthy for our bone density. When we've got strength, and obviously we're fitter generally, and also being strong, having muscle burns fat. So it's really good for our metabolism to be strong. And also it helps prevent injuries. So we don't just want to strengthen the big muscles. The big muscles, the major muscles are things like your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, biceps, triceps, chest and back. We also want to strengthen those little muscles and ligaments around the joints. Okay, so we're going to do a general overall strengthening program today. We're going to do a minute on each exercise, and we're going to really think about our techniques so we can get the most out of each exercise. I'm using body weight today because I'm assuming that you haven't got any dumbbells or anything like that, but if you have got dumbbells, you can use them. All right, so the first thing we need to do is make sure that we warm up. All right, so if we just start by bringing the thumbs to the front of the shoulders and do a few nice circles round. You can always start these circles small, and then as we start to lubricate around that shoulder joint, to make them nice and big. So nice big circles. Go in one direction and then just start to circle in the other direction. And it's always good to do some shoulder circles, especially if you've been sat for a long period of time, or you're doing lots of work on your laptop or whatever. Nice loosening up into the shoulders, and then let the arms dangle by the side of you. And we're just going to tilt the head to the side and then tilt the head to the other side. As you tilt the head to the sides, try and let the shoulders move away from your ears, and then you get a really nice release into your neck. And then turn the head to the right, drop the chin to the chest, do a few rolls, releasing into the neck and the shoulders. Keep your jaw relaxed when you do this one, so let your lower jaw just drop. Good. And then we're going to do some hip circles. So take the knee across and circle round. So we're thinking about the shoulder joints at the moment, lubricating the shoulder joints and the hip joint. The hip joint is a big ball and socket joint. We've got big muscles that go across this hip joint. We've got our glutes, our abductors, our adductors on our inside thighs, our hip flexors. So let's just loosen up around those hips. We'll do a few more of these. Good. And then we're going to squat. We're going to do a narrow squat first. So a narrow squat, the feet are hip bone distance apart. Hips, knees and toes point forwards. Now lengthen here and pull your navel back towards your spine so you're engaging your core. And then hinge from the knees and the hips and sit back and stand. Sit back, squeeze the glutes as you stand. So as you sit back, what we've got to avoid is the knees coming forwards. All right. We've got to send those hips behind us, keeping the knees directly above the ankles. We've got to make sure that the knees and toes stay pointing in the same direction. So what we don't want is the knees knocking in, all right, or rolling onto the outside edges of the feet. And we need to keep the spine nice and long from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Come up into a calf raise. So sit into the squat, come up into a calf raise. Sit into the squat, calf raise. Sit into the squat, calf raise. Keep that going. Let's just do 4 more of these, everyone. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Soft knees. Isolate the upper body from the lower body. A few twists to warm up through the spine and the abs. Good. Keep going. A few more. And then we'll go straight into our first exercise. The first exercise is going to be a squat. Engage the core, chest press, and stand. All right, let me show it to you. So we're in the same position as we were before. Imagine you have a dumbbell in your hands here to your chest. Hold it into your chest. We're going to sit into that squat, pull the navel up so that we're engaged in the core, and then we reach, chest, and stand. All right, so we're working hamstrings, glutes, core muscles, shoulders. Okay, you ready? 1 minute on these. And your minute starts Now, squat, reach, chest, stand. Squat. Now, it's up to you at what sort of pace you go at. All right, I want you to think about your technique. Make sure the weight's going back into your heels. All right, squeeze your glutes as you stand up. And when you're holding that squat position, pull your navel up. All right, so really think about the core. So as you hold the squat, pull the belly up. So imagine you've got a bit of string going from your navel to your lower back and someone's pulling it back, okay? And again, squat, reach, chest, stand. Squat, reach, chest, stand. Squat, reach. Keep it going. See if you can sit maybe a little bit lower if you want to work a little harder. Try and get the thighs as parallel to the floor as you can without losing your technique. 10 seconds now. Let's do a few more of these. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, we keep the feet hip bone distance apart. We're going to do alternating lunges behind me. Take a big step back onto the ball of the foot. The heel doesn't go down. And then we bend both knees. The front knee stays above the ankle bone, knee and toe pointing forwards. Spine vertical, navel drawing back. And then we change legs. Are you ready? Minute starts now. So big step back, drop down, and come back again. Keep those feet hip bone distance apart. Check the alignment of your front knee. It's really important that your front knee tracks your toes. That means points in the same direction as your toes. It's important that we don't lean forwards, and we want to try and keep the spine vertical. So we're using our core muscles now, our stabilizers, because there's an element of balance involved here. You're probably noticing that. You're probably wobbling around a little bit. So we're also working the little muscles that stabilize the joints. So we're thinking about the little muscles around the ankles, the knee, the core. Keep going, everybody. 15 seconds left. Big step back, working the quads, hamstrings, glutes, core, strengthening around the joints. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next exercise, everyone, is a plank walk. We want to keep this length from the tailbone and the crown of the head. We want to keep the navel back. We're going to reach up. All right, you bend the knees to get to the floor. Walk forwards. When you get to the plank, shoulders are above the wrists, body in a straight line, belly pulls up, looking ahead of your hands. Then you walk back, and then you stand. Okay, you can start it off slow and then speed it up if it's comfortable. You ready? Minute starts now. Reach, bend the knees. Don't drop the hips, pull the belly up, walk back, and stand. When you get into your plank, everyone, tuck your toes under, push your heels away and pull your kneecaps up. So let's think about the quads at the fronts of the thighs in this plank. When you come forwards, contract the muscle at the front of the thigh and back. Let's think about the neck and the head. When you come into the plank, don't look at your feet. Look ahead of your hands. So you're looking down at the floor, but ahead of your hands. And the whole time, the belly is pulling up. Keep it going. This is a whole body strengthening exercise because as you crawl forwards, you're working your upper body, holding the plank, working the quads, engaging the core. 10 seconds left on that one, everybody. Keep going. Nearly there. Last 5, last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Good, well done. Now we're going to stand again with the feet hip bone distance apart. And this time we're going to do a power exercise. So a power exercise is when we lift potentially up off the floor. So we're going to do power squats with a little bit of a lift. All right. It adds power to the muscle. So we're thinking quads, hamstrings, and glutes here. If you don't want to jump up, you've got the option of the calf raise. We did it in the warm up. All right. You ready? A minute. That's a long time. Let's go. Lift, lift. Now make sure when you land that your knees aren't knocking in like that when you land, okay? Check the alignment of your feet. Sit back. As you sit back, pull the navel up to the spine. Remember, you've got the option of calf raises, so you can do a few with calf raises if you're feeling tired, and then maybe give me 4 with a jump. Yeah? So if you're feeling tired, take it into a calf raise. If you're in the mood, do a few with the jumps. Okay, keep going. All right, check that alignment. 20 seconds left, everybody. Keep going. And we've got another 15 seconds. Well done. Another 10 seconds now. Keep going. Squat, power, push, power. And these exercises, these power exercises or plyometric exercises are really good if you're a jogger. They give you strength there in those glutes. We're done. Well done. Okay, next one. We're going to move away from the legs, triceps, muscles in the backs of the arms. We're going to do tricep dips. Now, you've got a couple of options here. We need to keep the hands close. You don't want them out wide, but they want to be close in. And when you dip, your elbows go back. They don't flare out. They go back. So if you've got a chair, I'm going to do it here on the end of the bed. All right, if you've got your bed or your chair, they can be here, dips. Keep your bottom close to your bench or your chair or your bed. Feet closer to you, the easier it is. Feet away, the harder it is. If you haven't got a bed, you can do them on the floor. And if you do them on the floor, they would be here. Bending. This is all in the elbows. All right. You've got to bend and straighten the arms. All right. Are you ready? A minute is a long time, so you might need to take a little break halfway through. Let's go. Tricep dips. Okay. Think about where you're working. Backs of the arms. Backs of the arms. You've got to get the bend in the elbow. What you don't want to end up doing is just doing a hip thrust like that. I see that a lot. Okay. Bend the elbow and push up. Bend the elbow and push up. Bend the elbow and push. Keep going. So if you want to do it on the floor, it's easier on the floor. You're here and you bend and push. Think about the muscles in the backs of the arms. If you need to take a 5-second break, especially if you're doing it on your chair, a minute is a long time for this. Take a 5-second break and then come back again. Okay, keep going, everyone. 15 seconds left now. Nearly there. Last 10 seconds. Good. Coming up for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Well done. And now we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to do press-ups. All right. Now we want to work the chest. Now, when we're working the chest, the arms need to be wide. All right. The difference between triceps and chest is when you're working triceps, your arms are narrow, your hand, your grip is narrow. All right, when you're working chest, hands are wide. So if you want to make this easier, you do it from your knees. All right, hands wide, belly up, and the chest goes down. If you want to make it harder, just walk the hands forwards, belly up, chest down. Try not to come down with your hips and your belly first. Keep those hips up high. You ready? Minute starts now. So keep the length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Hands much wider than shoulder width apart. And you're coming down with your breastbone. Keep it going. So you breathe in on the way down. You breathe out on the way up. In on the way down, out on the way up. Let's keep that going. Keep pushing. Well done. Keep going. If you need to rest, you can sit back and take a little rest, and then you can join in again. So we're working the chest. Keep going the fronts of the shoulders. This will work your triceps again, but mainly we're working the big muscles in the chest. We've got 20 seconds left, all right? So again, keep the belly pulling up so you're engaging your core. Still keep going, everybody. You've got 10 seconds left. See if you can give me at least another 5, all right? Keep going. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, turn over onto your back. Let's do some abdominal work. Ab crunches. Take the feet away. Put your navel to your spine. Support the weight to the head so your neck is nice and relaxed. And we're going to shorten between the pubic bone and the breastbone. You ready? Let's go. Contract and lengthen. Contract and lengthen. So as you come up, you're shortening between the pubic bone and the breastbone. And then as you go down, you're lengthening under control. So keep this moving. Keep it going. Think about your breathing. You breathe out as you come up. You breathe in on the way down. Breathe out as you come up, in on the way down. And it's up to you whether you go slow or fast. Sometimes going slow can be better. All right, keep it going. You just want the full range of movement. You want to shorten and lengthen that muscle, shorten and lengthen. Keep going. We've got 15 seconds left on this one. Coming up for the last 10 seconds now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to work the same muscle, but instead of lifting from the upper body, we're going to lift the lower body. All right. So we're going to lean back. You ready? Minute starts now. We do reverse crunches here. Now we keep a right angle at the knee. A right angle at the knee, and what you're doing is you're shortening the abdominal muscles, and that's drawing the thighs towards your chest. All right, so still thinking about shortening between your pubic bone and your breastbone. Is no different to doing the crunch the other way. Instead of using your upper body as the weight, though, we're now using the lower body. Keep going. Try and bring your heels to the floor each time. You'll feel it in your hip flexors here as well, at the fronts of your hips and thighs. We're halfway there. Okay, keep it moving. The upper body doesn't move, all right? The upper body doesn't move. We're just drawing the pubic bone towards the breastbone. We've got 15 seconds left now. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You always, when you're doing strength exercises, you always breathe out on the effort. Okay, 5 seconds left. Keep going. See if you can do a few more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's keep our backs nice and healthy. We're going to do lower back extension. So we lie on our front for this one. We lie on our front. We want to press our hips into the floor. Now, don't worry if you don't lift up very high on this. Don't throw your head back if you don't lift up very high. We don't want to pinch in the back of the neck. So 1 minute on this one, everyone. Chin to chest, hands by the side of your ears. Press your hips into your mat and gently lift and lower. Lift and lower. And as I said, it doesn't need to be a big lift. It's quite a gentle lift. And we're really starting to strengthen into the lower back. Now, if you've got issues with your lower back, you can bring the hands into the floor and keep the hands on the floor. What I don't want you to do is throw your head back each time. So you keep looking directly down at the floor. So you keep the back of the neck in line with your spine. So the back of the neck is long and you're not pinching. Keep lifting gently up and down. Got another 20 seconds to go. Keep pressing the hips into the floor on this one. 15 seconds. Coming up for the last 10 seconds now. Keep going again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, this next one is to do with the back and the shoulders, the upper back. That was more for your lower back there. We're going to think about the shoulders and the upper back. All right. Now, you know, when you go into the gym, if you ever go into the gym at all, you sit in that machine where you sit down in the gym and you've got your hands on the bars there and you push it up. All right. That exercise there where you're pushing weights up, or even if you had dumbbells in your hands and you do that push up. Now, obviously, because we haven't got dumbbells or whatever, we're going to use our body weight, but it's going to be the same push. It's going to be the same situation, but we're going to go upside down and do it from the floor. So if I show it to you, it's called a pike press up. Your bum has to be high up in the air and your hands need to be quite wide. I'll show it to you from 2 different angles. From this angle here, I come into a pike position and then the crown of my head goes to the floor here. So if I show it to you from this angle, hands are wide. I get my bottom right up into the air and then the crown of my head comes down to the floor. And it's exactly the same as doing an overhead press, right, with dumbbells, but you're doing it upside down and your weight is your body weight. Are you ready? Minute starts now. So we're not coming down with our chest, we're coming down with the top of the head. All right, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to work the shoulders and the upper back. Keep it going. Come on to your tiptoes to get your hips up nice and high. Keep that going for me. I'll show it to you from this angle just in case you missed it. Hands wide, crown of the head to the floor. Working the shoulders. You'll also be working the triceps there a little bit as well. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. We've got another 20 seconds. Good to be strong in the back. The back is a huge amount of muscle mass. All right, so if you strengthen the back, that'll be really good for burning calories. Right, 10 seconds left, everybody. Last 5 coming up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, the next one, side planks. Let's come on to the side. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Let's just hold a general basic side plank. Let's get the shoulder above the elbow. We don't want to sink into the shoulder. People always start by sinking like that, yeah? Push away from the floor, lift out of that shoulder. You've got to get the hip bones here facing forwards. Another thing people start doing is they lean back. They sink in the shoulder and they lean back. You need to get this energy, this length, like you're being stretched from your feet to the crown of the head. All right? Then you lift the hip up. If you struggle, you come back down, you take your feet behind and do it from your knees. Are you ready? 30 seconds on this side. So really focus on length in your body. So what we don't want is the head coming forwards. We don't want to be leaning back. We don't want to be sinking into the shoulder. We need lift and we need length. All right? So stay there for me. Another 15 seconds on this side. So it's up to you whether you do the full side plank or you do it from the knees. You can go halfway in between the two by straightening that top leg out. And then whiz over to the other side. And we'll do the other side for 30 seconds. So let's get the length. We're lifting that hip up and we're working these obliques. If you have a little prod down there on the side of your waist, those muscles will be super tight. Keep that going. Side plank. We check the watch. 10 seconds. Good. Okay, nearly done. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to come and sit. We're going to do the obliques on the side of the waist. This is called a Russian twist. Slight bend in the knees. Imagine you're holding onto a medicine ball and you're hugging it into your chest here. We're going to roll down. So if I show it to you sideways from up here, we roll down and we hold, and all these abdominal muscles fire up, and then we're going to go side to side. That's the Russian twist. Moving from the waist. Minute starts now. Navel to spine. Roll down. Side, 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 side. Keep the chin in so your neck's not going to ache. Now, a minute's a long time to do this one, so if you need to rest, just come up, have a little rest, and then go back again. All right, let's keep it going. Side to side to side. Keep moving. Well done. Keep going. Side, 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 side. Keep going, everybody. 30 seconds. So if you need to rest, come up, have a little rest, and then go back again. Keep that navel pulling to the spine. If you don't want to hurt your lower back, so keep the navel pulling back towards the spine. And the last 15 seconds. Good. And the last 10 seconds. Move from the waist, everyone. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Relax. Let's come back to working the hamstrings and the glutes. We're going to go into a glute bridge. Squeezing the glutes as we lift up. Get the heels directly underneath your knees. Try not to let your knees roll out. Okay, so keep the feet pressing into the mat. 1 minute's worth of glute bridges. Let's go. Squeeze the glutes and down. Squeeze and down. Support at the top of the lift. So when you get to the top, squeeze, tilt the pubic bone towards you and then down. Squeeze and down. So it's not really a back bend. We're not in yoga now where we do this into a back bend. We're tilting the hips towards us. Tilting the hips towards us. Keep going. Squeeze, squeeze. And if you did have weights, what you would do is you would load up onto your abdomen here to create a little bit more resistance. Keep going. Keep squeezing. 20 seconds. 15 seconds, everybody. 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, well done. We're going to turn over. Still thinking about the glutes. We're going to come to the forearms. Get a right angle at the knee, squeeze the glute and down. Keep the belly up. We've got to keep the belly up, all right? What we don't want to do is arch like that in the back. We don't want that movement going on in the back, okay? The back is still and you squeeze. 30 seconds on each side. Let's go. Squeeze, squeeze. So really focus on this glute, everyone. Keep it going. Keep the back nice and still. So we're working the core here at the same time. 10 more seconds on this side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. Keep squeezing the glute. Keep the core engaged. Keep going, everybody. Okay, got another 15 seconds on this side, everyone. Keep going. Last 10 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, the next 2 exercises, these are the last 2. Plank up and down. So what we do is we come into a plank position here. And then from there, we go to the forearm, and then push back up. All right. So then we change arms. So change arms every time you come down. Again, minute is quite a long time. So rest if you need to. Pull up through your navel. When you do it, pull up through your navel. Are you ready? Okay. Let's go. So planks. Down, down, up. Other side. Keep going. And again. If you get tired, rest. You can always rest back and then come back up. Remember, technique is more important than keeping going, okay? So make sure you've got really good technique. Keep going. This is a whole body exercise. It's going to work the core. It's going to work the upper body. Keep going, everybody. You've got another 30 seconds. Another 25 seconds. Keep pulling up through the belly. So pushing through the floor. This is like doing a press up and doing a plank at the same time. Quads are engaged there. All right, we've got another 10 seconds left. Keep moving. And we're coming up for the next 5. See if you can do a couple more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, well done. Turn over onto your backs. This is the last one we're going to do. Last one. We're going to bring the knees in and we're going to go super fast side to side to side. Are you ready? All right, let's go. You can start it off slow if you want to, if you're not too sure about your coordination. Try and get the head and shoulders up off the floor. So you're not just rolling side to side, you're lifting up and across, up and across. Then you can maybe start to speed it up a little. Get it moving from the waist. Then you can go super fast if you want to. You can change the rhythm of it. You can slow it down maybe for about 5 and then speed it up for 10. Keep going, everybody. We've got another 25 seconds and then we're finished. Then we're stretching out. You've done really well. Just remember, you can always come back to these videos. This is the last one this week. On Sunday, I'm doing a stretch. On Monday, I do more of a HIIT cardio. Keep going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, everybody. Let's take the arms and legs out. Let's have a nice stretch out there. Let's bring the right knee in over the chest, hug it in. And then we'll swap sides, bring the other one in, left knee in. Let's roll over onto the side and let's do a quad stretch. So knees together, push your hips forwards. And then change sides. So every day, 12 o'clock, live streaming these classes on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, which are all to do with cardio and strength. And then on Sundays, more of a stretch. Let's roll ourselves up. Come over to the side. Over to the other side. Take the legs out, but bend the knees, toes towards you and relax forwards. Make sure you're not like this. There's nothing worse than seeing that going on. Okay, so bend the knees. You don't have to touch your toes even. Your arms can be here. And then you can start to straighten the legs out a little bit more. And then come up. Hands back, open up your chest. And then cross over and round your back. Come up, stretch out those triceps. And the other arm. And well done, everyone. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. And I might see some of you on Sunday. All right, see you later. Bye.